asked for a gag order, but I also never had a client or a defendant quite like Donald Trump, and he has a history, as Kara said. Any judge in deciding whether to issue a gag order like this has to weigh the defendant's First Amendment right. You do have a right to criticize prosecutors in the case against you, with the need to safeguard the proceedings, especially jurors and witnesses. And that's really the focus of this gag order. So I think it's narrow enough that the judge can sign it without infringing on the First Amendment.
Michael Cohen is going to be one of the witnesses in this. So Trump's not going to be able to say anything about Michael Cohen?
Exactly. I mean, Michael Cohen is well known as a witness, and Donald Trump and Michael Cohen both talk publicly about each other quite aggressively. If this gag order is signed, then yes, Trump would violate it if he made verbal public attacks on Michael Cohen.
Karen, what do you think about it?
So I think you bring up an excellent point that it's going to be a concern for the judge that this is all about protecting the jury pool, because they're getting ready for trial. They're getting ready to send out jury questionnaires, and you need to protect the information that gets to prospective jurors. And
so why didn't the DA ask for an anonymous jury, that the identity of the jurors wouldn't be known?
So the law in New York State is different than the federal law, and it's really, you're not actually allowed to have a completely anonymous jury to the defendant. And so this particular request that they made, which is to keep the names and addresses from the public, but not from the defense team or the prosecution team, is actually along with New York law. But the Michael Cohen issue is a concern, because if Michael Cohen continues to speak out about Donald Trump will say he has a right to respond. So I could see the judge here, for example, issuing a gag order on all parties and all witnesses to protect the jury pool from getting extraneous extrajudicial statements and information now that we are weeks away from the trial.
And there's certain testimony, certain evidence that